Good afternoon. We're here at the Prairie Sunrise Project today, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about layout and the design work that Jessica and I do with that work with our customers to make sure you get the product that you're looking for.
So one of the things that we do with our customers when we're at this stage, so we're past the framing stage, everything has been sheeted and dried in, we have a roof on top, and we're just getting ready to do rough-in. So you can see that the plumber is starting to do the rough-in. We'll have the other utilities brought in, just a rough-in stage. But before we do that, we walk the entire project with the customer and look at things like layout and any blocking that needs to go into the walls at this framing stage. What's going to happen to the walls is they're going to fill with insulation once the rough-in is all complete, and then you won't be able to access them to build in extra backing for any places that needs to go. For example, if you know that you have a heavy painting that's going to go in a certain location on the wall, we'll actually in this walkthrough talk about what are you going to do right there? What do you want that to look like? And if there needs to be any extra support for hanging those heavy items on the wall, we'll put that extra backing in for you now so that it's already there. You can mark the location or take a note or take a picture, and then when you actually move in, you have the perfect place to hang your heavy item, and you know that it's really well supported in the wall. Same thing with like the kitchen layout. When we go through and we look at where the island's going to sit or where everything is going to go inside of this layout, we actually draw it on the floor and look at aesthetically, how does it look? Can we picture it now? Walking through the spaces, is there enough space? Does it look the way that we want it to? How is it going to feel really? And any of those minor adjustments that we might want to make, we can make those decisions now before the plumbing is brought in. That way we know the plumbing comes in the right location once we've made those little adjustments.
So you can see right in front of us on the floor here is the layout for the island. To be quite honest, you can probably see there's a couple of lines that are scribbled out and what have you, and that's because we moved it a couple of times. With this particular layout, you know, where it shows on the plan is where I originally drew it. We realized a couple things. One, I've shifted it a couple inches to get off of one of our floor joists with our plumbing, because we obviously wouldn't want to cut through the floor joist to put the plumbing where it needs to be. So that moved the island 3 inches. With that also, Jessica in her design was able to look at the layout of the island, and with that, she came up with a reason to shift the island a little bit as well. In that, we actually decided to make this island 6 inches longer and shift it to a slightly different location. And that works functionally on the structural side for me and aesthetically on the design side for her. Now, the kinds of items, I know Jessica talked about paintings, etc. Also, we have a kind of a checklist that we'll go through with you, right? So we'll talk about things like the height of your mantle, things like backing in the wall for a shower rod or a shower door, robe hooks, towel bars, coat hooks, anything that, you know, that you want to be able to screw solid to the wall. You know, most people who've owned a couple of homes know that things like towel bars and stuff tend to pull off the wall. Well, we help try to prevent that by having a piece of wood in the wall that it screws to so that it's solid and you don't have messed up walls a year down the road or 2 years down the road. Your towel bar's there until you buy a new one.
Right. So this is the time too to talk about any items that you already own that you know you're going to need maybe some extra support for. So for example, some headboards of beds can be pretty heavy, and it can be tricky if you need to anchor those into the wall. It can be tricky to find a stud that actually works for that because of the spacing of things. So if we know that that's a factor for you, it takes 2 seconds in our blocking walkthrough to say, okay, we're going to do at 4 foot, we're going to do a whole strip of blocking along here. That way you know when you are ready to bring your headboard in, it can attach at any point that you need to in that wall, and it's easy for you.
We're presently working on an app that'll allow you to access your home online and track your build. And one of the things as that develops here in the next few weeks, months, etc., I don't know exactly the rollout date yet, but we will be able to bring a pad here with your floor plan on it, and any of those things that you want adjusted, changed, etc., we can mark it up on the pad. That will get distributed out to the subs so that everybody has the information, as well as go on your site so you can track the changes that you made in your floor plan. Locations of blocking, etc., will all be marked on there, and you won't have to have a record because it'll already be on your site for your home.
Yeah, the app is going to be a very cool piece of technology that you'll be able to use on a mobile platform and be able to track everything from schedules on the job to, like he's saying, drawings that got marked up, pictures of the job as it progresses, and really stay in touch with the project as it moves forward. So we're excited about that. So it's also, just the part of the custom home is that every aspect we really work to involve you as a customer and make sure that it really fits your needs. It's not just that you picked a floor plan and you picked some cabinets and countertops. It's really that the entire process you're involved, as well as that the end product really fits everything that you need, including those little details like heavy items that you might want to put into the wall. So
Custom to us means not just a custom design that fits your family, but that we go through everything in your home from start to end and pick up all those little details and cover all those things that some people may miss, and that home is truly tailored from the foundation all the way through the trim package to fit you.